Here's a short little conundrum for you. The plant on the left, as you can see, is in a smaller pot. Still plenty large enough for the plant. The plant on the right is clearly in a bigger pot. What's the difference? Well, you can see clearly on the top what the difference is. The plant on the left was planted before the plant on the right. Yet it's smaller. And look how much less healthy it looks. I mean, clearly the larger plant's much healthier. Got more blooms on it too. And yet it's not really producing all that much in the way of fruit. It's got a couple on there. You can see there's one right in there in the center of the screen. But what's weird is the one on the left in the little pot was planted in a commercially available potting soil, which is supposed to be the best. I'm not going to say the name, but I think we all know what it is. Then there's the one on the right. I've just filled that with my own homemade compost a couple years ago, and I've already grown a couple of tomatoes in it. And yet it's still growing that much better. So, what works better? Top-notch potting soil or real homemade compost? And I say homemade because I've bought the store-bought compost. It does not do that. You have to make your own to get that kind of results out of a plant. I love compost. There's just no way to beat it. There's no substitute. As you can see, I'm filling up the composter with some nice freshly cut grass from the tall grass in my yard. And that'll be the start of a new batch of compost. Put a little stuff in there. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get any of those late blooms on the dragon fruit, which doesn't surprise me. I've never had late blooms do anything. But the difference between this dragon fruit, which is the dark star, the one that was nice and purple and made that 2.5 pound fruit, and the other dragon fruit, which is actually 2 years older, but it's the ones that's white inside and they barely got as big as my fist, is one thing. See that pile of compost down there? It's kind of hard to see exactly how big that is, how mounded up it is. That's 2 different giant loads of compost I put on that. That's the reason why I got such a monster size one on here. You can see there's the Roma shells. After I put the compost on them, they're really taking off, going crazy. It's a beautiful fall day here in Florida in October. It's finally starting to cool off and the humidity's dying down some. Yesterday we got a contract on our house, so it looks like we're going to end up in Arkansas for next year. So you're going to see some changes to the kinds of plants I'm growing here on my channel. Can't grow dragon fruit in Arkansas, at least not in the ground. I will take some with me in a pot. So we'll talk about how I can grow them in a pot, maybe. Anyway, I wanted you to have a chance to see the garden, mango trees, nice papayas one last time. And talk a little bit more about the magic of compost. And I make it in this little thing here. Thanks for watching.